Okay, this is going to be an impromptu gear review on the GSI Outdoor 4-piece pot set. This thing is pretty slick. What I like about it is it's so compact. We were living out of one big Plano case and everything was in there. Pots, pans, it was a disaster. Packing was a disaster. It's just a mess. So we got this GSI Outdoors pot set. You got your lid, your frying pan, your medium-sized lid, medium-sized pot, and your large pot. Now the handles do pop off. Oh, and a cutting board. And I guess a little plate for you to eat on too if you wanted to, but it's a little cutting board. And you have a nice little single handle here, and it clicks on. Clicks onto your single pot here, or onto your frying pan, just like that. Teflon, so nothing sticks in here. It's really nice. Then what you have, horseflies are bad. Then you have these nice little lids. Nice little lids have a nice little tab, so you can lift the tab without burning your hands. It seals it, yet also giving it some air so it doesn't overpressure, because you know when your lid starts to bubble, starts to boil, and starts to pop around. Well, there you go. Now you have a nice little set. This set here was $65 at Mountain Equipment Co-op. I highly recommend it. It's a nice piece of kit to have. We used it the entire time we were in Alaska and the Yukon, and it was a great set. Quiet please on set. I recommend that when you put the cutting board, putting the cutting board in first. That way it won't, the second pot won't scratch the Teflon inside here. So drop that guy in, your lid, your frying pan, oops, your frying pan, your lid, and your lid, and everything's closed. I keep this guy separately in my thing because it just bounces around in here and rattles. And then you have this nice little this bag here that just keeps everything together. So good job, GSI Outdoors. Very nice pot set. If you ever find yourself where your fire is starting to die down and you want to give it oxygen, instead of putting your face in there and blowing like you normally would, and it starts to, smoke gets in your face and starts to singe, piece of newspaper, roll it up into a straw, open it up a little bit like this, and all you do is blow. And there you have it. Now on this trip I didn't bring my full-size axe. I just brought my Gerber hatchet. This is a cool hatchet. Nice and strong. Use it as a hammer if you want. It also comes with a buzz saw, which is really handy. But when you want to cut some fine pieces of wood with a hatchet to get a fire started, instead of putting your hand here and risk the chance of hitting your hand, here's a tip for you. Place the hatchet where you want to split it. Take a log and just whack it. That way you're always going to have nice small cut pieces and you won't cut your hand or lose a thumb. That's it. That simple. Stay safe. I'm trying to keep my fire controlled nice and small, but it keeps burning out, and I think the wood is a little wet. Table for one? Yes, please. I changed sites. Where I was like a major freeway for quads and dirt bikes. So I did a quick bug out and I moved myself into a nice quieter spot. It was super easy. I left the tent open, I lifted the ladder up, locked it into place, just shoved the annex through my back window, and I just moved it. Drove real slow, and setup was like a minute. So got myself a nice little fire started here. Sun's going down, mosquitoes are coming out, so I think I'll probably have a fire for about an hour and a half and then go to bed, and then go down and do some fly fishing. So my father used to fly fish a lot, and before he passed away, he was starting to show me how to fly fish, and he never got to finish teaching me.